A summit of kings and queens is called to discuss a mysterious 3-parchment missive each has received. The first parchment reads,
Exalted rulers of our respective color-coded kingdoms, long have we been at war with one another over dominance of the realm, but alas to no avail. Our impregnable fortresses and diminished conscription rates in our war-torn kingdoms have resulted in a chaotic stalemate of attrition with no end in sight. 2 of our number have recognized this before the lot of you, and we 2 kingdoms have formed a clandestine alliance, a united front to dominate the realm and execute each and every one of you not party to our shadow treaty. We deceivers have chosen not to formally unite our kingdoms with the adoption of a shared banner, as it is more advantageous to our ends to brief you all on this change to the realm status quo anonymously. We pose as the honorable sworn enemies we all have always entrusted each other to be. But no longer, for we are far wiser than you. We've set our differences aside, knowing that this conflict cannot be resolved by honorable battle, nor by the favor of our gods, but by intrigue, deception, and guile.
The second parchment continues.
With winter upon us, various passages in the realm are simply impassable, and we impostors among you may deign to build new fortresses tactically to form a more prosperous society together, hidden under the fog of war to you all, but not to us, as our scouts have already begun to exchange information between our 2 kingdoms, permitting us recruitment which will inevitably overtake you as you continue to squabble amongst yourselves. In the unlikely event that you somehow destroy us both, can you ever be completely certain? The existence of this missive alone will sow enough discord among you, such that the voices of paranoia will never subside. We have forced your hand such that there is now but one way to return to the honorable warring days of our ancestors. Deduce our identities, destroy us both, and reach unanimous agreement that you have indeed succeeded in rooting us out. But can an agreement requiring such blind trust be reached by kingdoms so devoted to hatred of one another and power for themselves? Assuredly, one of you will be tempted amidst this chaos to simply destroy us all, collateral damage be damned, or conquer the fortresses of every kingdom to guarantee your own renegade victory. Furthermore, in the unlikely event of unanimous agreement, should you all be incorrect that we impostors are no more, and one or even more ashamedly both of us remain, we will reveal ourselves to your people. Your citizens will realize they are governed by utter fools. Your kingdoms will crumble, your citizens will defenestrate you, and deliver the realm into our more capable and competent hands. The realm will know peace through our genius, thanks to your failure. The third parchment concludes. So, our dear enemies, the gauntlet is thrown. Can you set your differences aside, destroy us, agree unanimously that this has been done before one of you seeks power, or without one of us impostors deceiving you in this unanimity? If so, we will reveal ourselves to you following unanimous agreement. You have our word that we will deceive you in every other aspect save this one. But put this outcome from your minds, for if we thought you could achieve this, we would not attempt this gamble. As we're sure you can now all see, 'tis not a gamble at all. We've determined the outcome of this war before it's even begun, with but a humble, hidden handshake. The game was rigged from the start. Signed, the impostors among you. The rulers return to their kingdoms to select the location of their fortresses and begin the war anew in this new era of anonymous allied impostors amongst sworn enemies. May God help them. A series of disparate investigations are conducted, while accusations fly across the realm like the slings and arrows of yore. A consensus is reached, and the sword of judgment thrashes somewhat blindly through the fog of war. The dust finally settles, as 2 kingdoms are crushed by the other 4.
But the question at the fore remains, have the true impostors been vanquished from their midst? One by one, the kingdoms respond to this question in accordance with the missive penned by the deceivers. The strain of investigation and the exhaustion of war has taken its toll on the rulers, as each agrees that the defeated must be the fools that had dared to challenge them. They await the promised confession from the dethroned and imprisoned rulers, but indignant cries of innocence are all that come. The rulers fear the worst. Had they been mistaken? Is one, or God forbid two among them, still a dishonorable enemy who made the Faustian bargain for power in exchange for the glory and honor of their long and storied history of their kingdom's dynasty? If so, the threat of the missive will come true. The people will riot. The realm will descend into anarchy, and even worse, the rulers will lose their prestigious status atop the rabble of their peasantry. The crewmate victory ending. The rulers convene, but none come forward. None of their number confess to being the impostors among them. Are they biding their time for a moment more opportune? Or was the very missive that sparked this war but a ruse to sow chaos and destruction for its own sake? The latter may be the case, but each ruler knew they could not afford to take that chance. Simply too much was at risk to allow any of their fellow rulers and potential traitors the opportunity to reveal themselves to the people. They cannot afford to be seen as fools. Seizure of the spare fortresses, recruitment potential, and resources left behind by the defeated kingdoms could provide all the advantage required to overcome the eternal attrition of the past. Each had sent their forces to attempt to claim this advantage before the convention. Now the future of their kingdoms and their very lives rest in the hands of their forces. The winner will indeed take all. The imposter victory ending. At long last, after years of scheming, they had finally accomplished their goal. Their plan was executed flawlessly. Amidst the chaos and division, they had systematically eliminated their four rivals one by turning each against the other. It turned out to be far less difficult than it had initially seemed. These were dynastic enemies, after all. The bad blood ran deeper than the graves dug for the myriad of casualties lost to this great war. As each began to claim and divvy up their spoils, the beguilers realized something. Now but one rival remained, one obstacle to complete and total domination of the entire realm stood in the other's way. Why divide the realm when it can simply be united and enter an era of lasting peace under their superior leadership? Besides, that traitor had deceived the others. Would it not be justified to eliminate someone so dishonorable, no matter the survivor's own part in the deception? The people will simply have no other leader to follow. The burden of 6 crowns will fall upon one head, as will the riches and the glory. The once thick-as-thieves impostors both fall back upon the strategy that has yielded so much success for them both: deceive and conquer. Defeat their opponent and convince the realm that the other is to blame for the havoc wrought by the Great War. Indeed, an ingenious win-win for one of them.